Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We are here with Fred and Leia, and we're going to demonstrate all the obedience commands your girls learned here at school. We're going to start off by introducing the training equipment, and Fred's got a standard 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, which leaves his left hand free to make a correction. And the only correction we give here at school is a tug and release on the training collar, and that's the second piece of equipment. Now your girl's been fitted with her very own collar. We'll show you how to properly use that when she comes home tomorrow. Now the first command we're going to demonstrate is heeling. Heeling is properly walking on the leash with Leia on your left and her shoulder blades basically even with your left leg. No forging ahead, no lagging behind, and because she is a bigger dog and a larger breed, she does lag a little bit. So we do try to encourage her. You're going to hear Fred, slap the side of his leg, talk to her to try to, get her moving a little bit. Now whenever we stop, she should automatically sit for you. And because she is a larger breed as well, a lot of times she would much rather lay down than sit. But it's important that we try to make her do this automatic sit. Good. Now the next command we're going to demonstrate for you is the stay command. The stay command is a hand and a voice command. You'll see Fred uses his left hand and the firm command to stay. Now these stationary commands are great to practice indoors as well as outdoors. Actually all of these commands are. Have her hold these stays for 30 seconds working up to 3 minutes. And when Fred returns back to Leia, he's going to walk all the way around her counterclockwise. So that way when he returns to her, he ends up back at heel position and they're going to take off heeling again. So again, heeling is properly walking on a leash with your dog on your left. Automatic sit whenever you stop. And the stay command so far. And stay command is a hand and a voice command, and we don't use her name on these stationary commands. The only time we use her name in training is when you're heeling with her or calling her. Okay. Now Fred's going to give her another stay. Now when you're working indoors with her, you can drop the leash, you can increase the amount of time. Outdoors is a little bit more tricky because, if you're not in a fenced area, it can be a little bit more difficult. When Fred calls Leia from here, the command is Leia come. You can tell he lightens the tone of his voice. The come command should always be a happy command. She comes back, and instead of putting her paws up on you or jumping, she's been trained to come back to you and automatically sit. And this is a great way to teach her to greet people properly, keeping all 4 feet on the ground, because even though she does act very, very calm from time to time, I've seen the other side of Leia where she is very fresh, very ornery, likes to use those big paws of hers. Now if she doesn't, okay, she did do the automatic sit there. Fred's going to give her a stay command again. Again, he goes out to the end of that leash. He leaves a little slack in the leash so she doesn't feel a tug or anything, and then he'll use her name followed by a come. Leia come. Good girl, praises her up, she comes back, and then a nice automatic sit when she gets back to Fred. Very good. Now the next commands we're going to set up for is going to be your down commands. There's 2 of those, a down from heel position, so a down when she's laying or sitting right next to you, and then the distance down. And the distance down is where you'll put her in a sit stay, you'll go out to face her, and use your right hand and the one-word firm command to down. A little slow on the sit, but she did it. So Fred's going to show you the down from heel position. And in typical Leia fashion, she went down at her own pace. But down and stay. And with your down stays, typically a dog will hold this longer than a sit stay. So you can start out at 1 minute, working up to eventually 5 minutes. Just like with your sit stay, when Fred returns back to his dog, he's going to walk all the way around her. She should hold that. She shouldn't get up. And she would probably hold that for a lot longer than that. But then they take off heeling again. So again, her job is to stay even with Fred. We don't want her pulling you down the street. You can see when Fred changes directions, she stays right with him. And we're going to go ahead and show you that down from heel position one more time. Down and stay. Very good. She went right down. And all of these commands are designed to make her just a better behaved dog inside and outside, being more responsive on and off the leash. When Fred calls her, it's just a simple Leia come. She should come back. You can see the tails going as she moseys over to Fred. and then she automatically sits when she gets back. Now the very last command we're going to demonstrate, like I said, is that distance down. And that's where we put your dog in a sit-stay. We'll go out 5 or 6 feet, turn to face her, and then use the right hand and the one-word firm command to down. Very, very good. So that was a really, really nice video. I have a feeling Leia will be a little bit more upbeat with you guys when it comes to training, and probably a little bit more challenging. So I know Amanda's going to have her work cut out for her when she brings Leia home tomorrow. We want to thank you again so much for trusting us with another dog of yours. We really, really enjoyed her. She's a sweetheart. I think she's going to be a great companion for a long time. And thank you so much for using Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great day.